I'm just going to go through the process of how you use a couple of different ways you can use EFT. So the first way is to do it through a meditational sequence. So what you do is you close your eyes for a moment and just think about the most intense thing that's going on for you right now. It could be a thought, or it could be an emotion, or it could be a physical pain, or it could be a past event that's troubling you. Okay, so those are the 4 symptoms that we tend to deal with in EFT. So out of those 4, when you close your eyes right now and just relax, and just think, what is the most intense thing that's going on for you right now, or your most intense issue? And then what would be good is if you wrote the issue down. So if you write down a situation, even though the situation of whatever happened today or whatever's troubling you, if you write that situation down and then you also think about what emotion that thought and situation is causing you right now, and then add that emotion into the sentence. So, for example, even though I'm feeling anxious that I'm home by myself, I deeply and completely accept myself. Or even though I'm angry that guy has gone away, I deeply and completely accept myself. So you can tie in the emotion with the situation. That works really well. And then what you do, once you've tapped on whatever your most intense issue is, you can do 1 round of EFT and then check it and see whether that has decreased enough in intensity for you. If it has decreased enough, then you need to stop and think, okay, now what's my most intense issue? And often we go through a cycle, like a meditative cycle, or surfacing of different symptoms, so we don't feel them all at once, because that would be too much for us to handle. So we feel them in layers. So once you've surfaced and tapped out one thought or emotion, another thing might arise, and then you can use EFT on that next thing. And if it doesn't decrease enough after 1 round, then you would do another round and another if need be. Usually, like for me, I very rarely have to do it twice, but I am quite sensitive to it, so it works really well on me. So you do the EFT on the first thing, and then when it's gone sufficiently enough, you can move on to the next thing that surfaces. And you'll get to a point where you've had enough, and you're like, yeah, okay, that's enough for today, or that's enough for right now. And then you move on, and you just forget about it and go and do something relaxing. So I tend to think that the best way to do it is just to do it until you feel that way, until you feel like you've had enough, or there isn't anything else surfacing, or you've got to go and do something else, or whatever. So that's one way, that's one technique or way to use EFT.